Morning. I'm here with Paul Greenberg, who is the founder of Australia's largest online retailer, which is Deals Direct. And Paul will be speaking in the Deliver IT section of the World Computer Congress in Brisbane from the 20th to the 23rd of September. Paul, would you mind just giving us a few words about your background, how you got to where you are today?
Yeah, thanks, Vaughn. Good chatting this morning, and looking forward to seeing you next week. So I'm the co-founder of dealsdirect.com.au. Vaughn, I got into the online e-commerce space about 10 years ago, first via online auctions as our first iteration, and then co-launched Deals Direct with Mike Rosenbaum, my business partner, in 2004. And it's been a great story, a great ride of growing an online retailer to, as you say, the largest in the country today.
Thanks, Paul. You're talking quite a controversial subject at the World Computer Congress, being an online retailer. You're saying that is technology relevant to the future of online retail? Would you mind just giving us some background around your presentation?
Well, I hope you don't mind here, but I thought it'd be a bit provocative and attention-getting. I thought of saying free beer at my session to get a good crowd, but I thought this might be the second best. And I guess I just want to have a little bit of a bit of a debate with the concept of technology in the future of online retail. But what sort of piqued my attention, I was over at Web 2.0 a couple of years ago in San Francisco, trying to find the latest and greatest technology, and the keynote speaker was Jack Ma, the co-founder of Alibaba.com, and he got up, his opening line was, "I'm Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba.com, and I know nothing about computers." And of course there was a stunned silence, 4,000, San Francisco Bay tech heads, sort of not knowing whether to laugh or cry. But I guess I'll be taking some of my cue from his presentation, which is really about business and technology and where they meet or where they don't. And I think that that'll be quite interesting. So I'll take a couple of cues. I'll present a relevant case study. We recently bought one of these sort of fast-growing sort of deal of the day sites. We bought the technology from an entrepreneur, a very skillful entrepreneur, who without content or without customers essentially had a digital graveyard. So I think there we want to show that technology without contact and content is valueless. I guess we'll talk. Sorry, Vaughn, back to you.
No, that's fine. I definitely agree with the message. Obviously, you need customers, people that are clicking on your site and buying stuff from you to be successful. So that's key. Without the technology, you can have the greatest technology in the world and still not have any customers. So, yes. Is there anything else? Yeah,
of course, I'm playing with a paradox because, of course, technology is 100% essential to the growth of online retail. But I think I just want to tease out sides of the equation and try and see where the middle ground lies. Obviously, we'll talk about the growth in cloud computing, and we'll see an increase in the number of cloud computing solutions to help retailers outsource non-core offerings. I'll probably explore this relatively new concept, or probably an old one, but it's taken on the theme of technology populism. And I know Mark Cohen, our CIO, sitting with me this morning, will resonate that with the consumerization of IT, call it technology populism, that workers, and they've recently done a survey of 4,000 US information workers, 37% are using do-it-yourself technologies without IT's permission. Think like LinkedIn, Google Docs, Smartsheet, Facebook, iPads, and the list is long and growing. And how this sort of sits in businesses, and particularly how the chief information officer, manages these tensions. You obviously want to support creative and nimble people in your organization, but you have to keep boundaries as well.
Yeah. And does that also lead into things like open source software? Are you an advocate of that, the free software stuff?
Well, I think exactly. I think that's another interesting point. Open source software is reducing the barriers to entry. But of course, as I'm fond of saying, retail is detail, and online retail is no different. So I think that, again, I'd be chatting and happy for it to be an interactive session, that the power of open source technology without the other retail skills that come with it is very important. So one of my things is sometimes you've got to be careful of new technology. Sometimes see it working for the competitors first. If nobody else is using it, there may be a very good reason So pioneering can be expensive. Don't waste time and money being the guinea pig for others. And essentially, be a retailer. It's more profitable. These are some of the provocative. I'll bring my body armor as well. But that I want to tease out. But of course, I have the hugest amount of respect. For technology and how it's enabled our business. But I just thought we'll be a little bit challenging and a little bit tongue in cheek and get some conversation going.
Fantastic. I'm really looking forward to your presentation, Paul. Thank you very much for your time this morning. I really appreciate it. That's Paul Greenberg, co-founder of Deals Direct, who will be talking at the World Computer Congress in Brisbane, and that's the 20th to the 23rd of September. Thanks again, Paul.
Thanks, Vaughn.